Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A first down throw for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 13. Check 13.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Buying time to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watching the grind. I don't even know why this team showed up. SOS.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Check 50, check 50.
Now it's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Draw play. This is Carson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Switch.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things yet. The interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Cousins gives way to Cook. 11 yards there, first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Cut. Hey, Ken. Right there, 54, right there. 54.
Cousins going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls goes down incomplete. There in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Cousins to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42.
And the Vikings first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run the counter with Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Hey, Ringo, 48. 57 to Mike. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, watch the slant.
To throw again, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right, 54. Here we go,
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Right, 14. 14. Your track. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got you, boy.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike 5-4.
To throw again is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Undercrush.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
50 seconds to mine. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Check 3. Leave it. Bring up 48. Check 99.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. Bailey's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Rashad Penny, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, zero. Me, I got this.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Safe. Check. Hot route. Slam. Lucky 48.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing is Wilson. Being chased out left. He finds an opening past the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
I'll go special. I'll go special. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Check, check. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Pick it up, pick it up. Hey, pick it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Match by 4. Check, 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 check. Hey. Left half, left half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Walker has it. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 12, 12, 12. Check 24, check 24. 1 left.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You. One. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Off the play fake. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd and 5.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Cousins now. And he's able to find Diggs. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Mike's by four. Get your swerve on. Hey, alert 3. 2. Under 10.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
A gain of 12.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. I got you.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter.
You draw quarters.
Cousins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 22 jet bomber. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, 382.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the out. Hey, we got 48. Hey, no, easy. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. One shot.
Cousins. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on second down when they got the sack? Because on third down, zero pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, watch the slant.
To throw, Cousins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, we're good. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make Bravo.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing is Cousins. Escapes the sack. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
That's it. Big hit.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
55, my God, 55.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Flush. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. William Hayes in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.